Hi, my name is Carol Thompson and I am the course lead for Level 3 Early Years here at Lewes, but I also teach on the Level 2 Early Years course here at Lewes. I've been here 19 years and I've taught on a variety of courses. I'm also a trained Early Years assessor and internal quality assurance advisor. Our course is very varied. I think my favourite parts of the course would be units on child development from 0 to 7 years, and I also enjoy the unit on observation, assessment and planning because it links in so rightly with child development. Let's start with the Level 3 course. Our Level 3 course, which is the equivalent of 3 A-levels, is taken over 2 years. In each year, the students will study 7 different units. In the first year, these could include child development, safeguarding, children's health, how children play and learn. In the second year, they would take further units on things like early literacy, early mathematics, looking at early years from an international perspective, so what happens around the world. The course is made up of coursework units, but also mandatory work placement. So at the end of their 2 years, they not only get a Level 3 qualification, so that can go on to university with that, because it's the equivalent of 3 A-levels. They also get what we call a professional qualification, which means they're a qualified Level 3 early years practitioner and can go straight out into the workforce as a qualified nursery assistant, teaching assistant, childminder, nanny, au pair. Our Level 2 course is the equivalent of around about 4 GCSEs. So it's for students that need to come and retake perhaps maths and English. That lasts 1 year, and although there are 14 units, it's all coursework based and it's based on a pass, not passed element. They also study units such as child development, children's safety, children's well-being, how children play. They will also study some units on how to act in placement, professional practice. And also part of the Level 2 course is mandatory placement. So at the end of their 1 year, they can either go on to Level 3 or they can go out into the work placement as a qualified practitioner, which counts as part of the numbers. And then you can go on and do a Level 3, perhaps apprenticeship in an earlier setting, should they wish. In a normal year, we try to organise at least one overseas trip every year. That normally happens around March time, and we've done trips as diverse as Poland, we've been to Budapest, we've done Disneyland Paris, we've done New York. And students on that, they're not mandatory, but students really enjoy getting to know the other students, getting to know teachers outside of a classroom environment. And we've done things like we've visited the United Nations, we have been to children's homes in Hungary, we have been to Auschwitz in Poland. When we went to Disneyland Paris, we looked at safeguarding, we looked at disability access, we looked at health and safety and how safe an environment that is for young children. With regards to trips in this country, annually we were, right up until 2020, going every February up to the Business Design Centre in London to the Nursery World exhibition. Nursery World is the magazine for early years and they put on an exhibition with lots of stalls, lots of talks, so we used to go to that. Unfortunately, that hasn't been running for the last couple of years. We also try to do a trip up to the House of Commons where we will have a tour of the House of Commons and a workshop based on legislation that is applicable to early years. We also try to take the students to Drusillas to look at it from a child's eye. So we have an educational workshop, we have handling the animals, which they love, and then we do a tour of the facilities of Drusillas, looking at it how a child would look at it, the signs, how they can interact with all the displays, how safe the playground is. So there are trips and visits that we try to do every year. Why should students come to Lewes? Lewes is a great campus. I think it has a very almost like a family feel sometimes. We do treat all the students as young adults, which is perhaps different from some sixth forms locally. We try to make them as independent as possible. We try to help them make their own decisions as to what they would like to do in the future. We support and guide them. I've had 19 years experience working at the college. I've done advice and guidance. I've been a personal tutor. I know what the industry wants from students. And I think to have that professional experience, that industry experience, you should come to Lewes because it's lovely. It's got a nice atmosphere. It's got a nice campus feel. All students, we try to put all of our students in early years first and meet all of their needs. We work very closely with parents as well. We've just had a Meet the Parents evening. I try to send out an email once a fortnight to parents just to let them know what's going on. Because it is very different from school where perhaps you had more interaction with the teachers when things went wrong or when things went well. I like to have that contact with parents as well. So once a fortnight, you'll have a group email just sent out going, this is what we've done over the last 2 weeks. These are the assignments. If you could make sure perhaps, students are working on these, that would be great. And then parents are far more willing to contact us if they've got a query or a question. It's building up a relationship. So hopefully I've answered some of your questions or, things that you might have wanted to find out about early years. But please, please, please do contact the college. Use our website, as I sort of say, that if you contact the college, they will put you through to me or give you my email address. We've got open events that you can come to. But please, anytime you've got a question, however silly it might seem, it's important to you. So please just ask it, yeah? And I'll do my very best to answer it.